Hi guys, my name is DJ George Jet.
And I'm John Q, and this is the DJ Talk Show. And today we've got some news to talk about from Pioneer. Two new controllers that are specific to their new Rekordbox performance software. Exciting news, big news in the DJ community.
Yes, it is.
It's major news, really, right? Because as we were chatting about before, there's really only two players that I know of that are doing their own controllers and software, and that's Native Instruments and now Pioneer.
Right.
So this is a major move for Pioneer. First impressions of the new controller, the RZ. The RX is kind of a less expensive model of the RZ, I guess, fewer features. And we're not going to do a comparison, but the RZ is probably the one to look at. It's, as you mentioned, kind of replacing the SZ.
The SZ.
It's very, very similar to the SZ. And first impressions, I like it. It looks good. And the software, too, I think it's really promising. I don't know, what are your thoughts?
I like the software. The software is really cool. From preparation now to live performances, I think it's going to really rule the DJ industry or add another hit to it. I like it. And I think the new controller is replacing the SZ personally.
Sure. I had a little bit of experience with Rekordbox when it was in the preparation stage, and it was very promising. It was really cool. I liked the ability to kind of really drill down into your music and your playlist and such, and of course build cue points and stuff. But I always said to myself, why aren't they a player in the DJ software? Why are they just preparation?
Right.
And they were that close, and now they finally made that move. So I'm a Tractor user. I was a Serato user.
George
is a Serato user.
Wait, Scratch Live. I'm still using the old version.
The old version, okay.
Right.
So I started when I transitioned from CDs to DJ software. I started with Serato and probably used Serato for about 3 years before moving to Tractor. At the time, Tractor was around, but Serato was the leader. And I just like some functionality and features that were in Tractor, and I haven't moved. And this is the first software that's come around since using DJ software that I'm saying to myself, would I switch? You know, it's really got me considering switching. And as we also talked about, I'm using an older Pioneer controller, the DDJ T1, that was designed specifically for Tractor. And one of the reasons that I haven't upgraded is because I'm happy with the features that gives me, and the newer controllers.
Well, I guess we're kind of like in the same boat because I have the Rane TTM57 mixer, and I use Serato Scratch Live, which are both discontinued.
Right.
At least your software is not discontinued, but we like the hardware and we like the software.
Right.
That we don't see anything to change.
Right.
And it's funny because this is the first software that I actually seen, Pioneer Rekordbox, that I'm like, yeah, I'll switch to that.
You would switch, right? Same thing. So,
right. Yeah.
I mean, that's big. You know, like you said, it's a big move for Pioneer. But think about that just from our standpoint. For us to consider moving from something that we're very comfortable with and very satisfied with, to just move softwares totally, it's huge. So I don't know what you guys would think about that. You know, are you considering moving? What have you seen? What are you using now? We want to hear from you guys in the comments about that. Let's get some conversation going about this. But it's a huge move. Now I think they're looking at a MSRP of like $2,300 for the RZ.
Yeah.
So it's it's up there.
It's up there. Yeah. I don't think everybody's going to be switching around.
Yeah.
But they are supporting some of the older models or the current models, right?
Yes, Rekordbox is going to work with their older lineup, with their old Pioneer lineup. Yeah, it is. But these two new controllers, from my understanding, they're expensive, and they're also specific to Rekordbox. So I don't think, at least not yet, to my knowledge, that you can just take a DDJ RZ or a DDJ RX and say, hey, I want to use Serato, or
Yeah,
I want to use Tractor.
Right.
Maybe in the near future, that might be a
I
possibility.
think Tractor users might be able to do it once they do the template file.
Yeah, the TSI file.
But unfortunately, Serato DJ is definitely not going to happen because they have to have the licensing.
Right.
And if it doesn't have that logo that says Serato on it, it's not going to be able to use.
Right. Which brings up an excellent point.
Oh, yes.
Is Serato in trouble?
Yes. And you know what? It's funny. I never even thought of this until you mentioned it today.
Are they in trouble?
Serato's in trouble.
I mean, think about it.
Serato's in trouble.
Guys, think about it from a standpoint. I do not know who the CEO of Serato is, but he must be biting his nails right now. Yeah, biting his nails, shaking, because they're software only. They didn't jump on the hardware bandwagon. They've been partnering with companies. Now you have the two biggest players in the DJ industry, Pioneer and Native Instruments, who are making hardware and software themselves.
Right.
I mean, even the Native Instruments and Pioneer relationship is kind of separated because Native Instruments is doing their own controllers, the S5 now, the S8.
Right.
And of course, Pioneer with their line of controllers. Serato has got to be concerned.
I would say yes, and again, I never really considered that until you mentioned it, and you're right. I really don't know what's going to happen with Serato. Now, I use Serato for several reasons, because I also do video as well, and none of Tractor doesn't have video capabilities, and Rekordbox, as of today, it doesn't have video capabilities.
Yeah, as of today, they don't, and I don't know if they will or not.
Right.
So, could that be the thread that Serato hangs on to? The Serato lovers who just don't want to change.
Think about it. Think about it. What you said, if Pioneer says, okay, we're no longer going to make Serato controllers, and definitely Native Instruments is not going to do that, who's left? Newmark, Denon, all the other software. So I don't know.
Sub-tier.
So Serato, your days might be numbered.
Yeah, might be numbered, or you're definitely going to lose market share.
Big time.
Absolutely going to lose market share. Because...
And until this date, Serato had a huge market share.
Yeah.
Because Pioneer had all their controllers were Serato enabled.
Like I said, the industry leaders, when you think of names in the industry for gear, for software, hardware, or combination of, you're thinking Pioneer or Native Instruments is there too. Native Instruments not so much with their hardware, they're coming up with those, but those are the ones that you knew either from a software or hardware or both standpoint.
Right.
And Serato was always the software, and it's very, very well used and well liked. I'm not, even though I use Tractor, I'm not a Serato hater.
Right.
But I just think if they're going to stick on that same track, being software only, that they are going to be in trouble.
I think so too.
Out of business, maybe not, but
their days are numbered.
Market share
market share will definitely go down.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think?
Yeah, what's your opinion? We want to hear from you guys as far as what are you using now? What's your thoughts on Rekordbox? Would you switch? Would you switch from Serato to Tractor or Tractor to Serato? We've heard from DJs that have done both. Would you consider moving from one to the other? What are your thoughts on Rekordbox? What are your thoughts on the new controllers? And, as we're kind of wrapping this up for a thought for Serato, what are your thoughts with that? Do you think that their days are numbered? And, where do we see Serato, if they're on the same path, where do we see them, let's say, in a year from now? A year from today? Are they going to start to come out with their own hardware?
No.
I think it's late in the game for that.
It's too late for that.
Yeah, I think it's late in the game. They're too far behind,
So guys, tell us what you think about what we talked about today, and comment below.
Comment below, comment on social media. We want comments on the YouTube channel here, but we're posting on Facebook, on Twitter. So comment anywhere. We want to bring these comments to our next episode. You can also suggest some topics for future episodes. So we want to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.